Yeah, like I said, I love these online community games.
It's great. All right. It's been 4 months since my heart attack.
Oh
God, he
actually did have a heart attack.
Oh God.
That means that he actually, for a couple of seconds, was dead.
Yep. We
So,
killed our character for like a split second, and we made jokes about it. We're horrible people.
We made jokes about him having a heart attack. I'm sorry to anyone who has had or has ever known anyone who has had a heart attack.
None of our comments were directed to that person. We did not see this coming. We thought we were just going to make jokes about the stereotypical anime kind of scenes of, oh my God, my heart!
I actually thought it was just like, my heart is pounding because I'm in so much love right now.
But instead it was heart attack, and I'm laughing, but that's how I cope with things, and that's how I deal with things, and so it's not actually that funny, but I'm still laughing anyway. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not laughing because it's a funny thing. I laugh because I laugh.
Yeah. Also, I can't wait till the interactivity is something more than hitting the space bar.
Yeah.
Like, until we get to hit like the 1, 2, or 3 button. Like,
right?
In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. Then again, I have 20 fingers on one hand, so that's not a problem. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So I've gone crazy, and I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. A strange word, a foreign and alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with.
Okay, so now he's gone into seeing words physically
in the room. Heart attacks do that, you know. Arrhythmias cause you to see arrhythmia everywhere. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal.
I should just point out that I believe that heart attack and, arrhythmia and all that good stuff, and not actually good stuff, all that bad stuff,
all that pretty terrible stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That is, I believe, like the 3rd leading cause of deaths in America right now.
Oh.
I don't feel like it's all that rare a condition.
If it really is...
In people our age and like the younger crowd, yes, it's a rare condition.
I suppose then it would be a rare condition. But I remember hearing something about arrhythmias, like, and if I've heard about it and it's a medical term, then it's not rare.
Exactly, because we're both pretty secluded. We kind of live in a hole or a cave or under a rock. Either just pick.
I actually did live in a hole for a year. Well, like they put me. My dorm room was in a basement, so that's basically a hole.
Yeah, and also that's what she says. So horrible.
Thank you. I'm just gonna go. No, just gonna leave.
Come back, TKC.
Okay.
God. Anyway, you see, this is why.
Alright. Apparently I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything ever happening. But then again, I have never felt love before. I never
realized that seeing the girl of my dreams ask me out. Oh my God.
That must be the worst thing. It's just like, the girl of my dreams. I love you. Heart attack. And then she's just like, oh crap, I can't live with you. You got a heart problem. Every time you see me, I cause heart explosions.
And that's not good. That's not healthy. I'm sorry.
You scarred her for life. How dare you?
Confess to your love and he will die on you.
That is the moral of this story.
Alright, so...
Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better. More appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. Well...
I don't think it was supposed to, bro.
No, it's just like... You've had it for a long time. Thank God you haven't died of it. Well, you'll probably die of it one day. See you later, kid. I'm the doctor.
Oh, there's so much reading. Oh God.
It is a visual novel.
No, it's okay. We'll switch off every page.
Alright, there we go.
My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece.
Oh my God, your parents are dead too? Jeez, what else could go wrong?
It said they practically. They didn't actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We're good.
Oh.
It's not just everyone dying here. At the beginning of the game.
They had 2 hemorrhages apiece. That would be pretty bad.
Oh yeah. I already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure.
Okay, I like to think that entire like, that entire series of sentences there was actually about the food he ate last week. Like,
wow.
It's just like, I've had a full day to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh, but to me, it was all boiled and rotten. The bananas especially. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure for the banana sickness. Of course, there isn't a cure for the banana sickness.
Of course not.
The banana sickness caused my arrhythmia. Darn those bananas.
Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments of the banana sickness.
Oh my gosh. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all of the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project.
That kind of happens in Japan, and like...
That happens, like, everywhere. It's just
it
like...
does.
It's just like, class, your roommate is dying. Aww. So we're gonna make we're gonna, like, blow balloons and everything for him.
And make cards.
And make cards.
And we're all gonna sign it.
Just for this week, though.
Pass it around.
Just for this week. He's just got a fatal condition that could kill him at any moment. But just for this week.
You know, we're just gonna give him sympathy for only just 1 week. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
He'll get better, eventually.
Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Man, he became emo really fast.
Right?
Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis.
Well, at least
and I don't
parents.
like my parents. They could have 2 hemorrhages apiece for all I cared. Ew.
He's so, like, angsty, oh my god.
I know, he became so...
Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. Ooh. So even the parents stopped visiting.
I know, that means that Iwanako, like... Because it's just like only my parents came by on a regular basis, and then Iwanaka was the last, so his parents were just like, I guess he's dead. Let's have another.
Oh, that's so bad. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again.
So
you really did scar.
Exploded.
So really, you did scar her, bro.
The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. Well, yeah,
you're not supposed to live in it.
The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless.
You know what the funny thing is? I took health psychology, and they basically do try to chase you out, because they're like, first of all, we need the space for other people. And then also, you don't want to pay for all this.
Yeah, you don't.
Trust me, you don't want to pay for it. It gets expensive.
You don't want to pay for the impersonal and faceless doctors and nurses.
And also, like it's said that they're intentionally impersonal so that they don't get as attached, so that they can maintain, like, that's their way of coping if you do die on them. And I get that, but at the same time, you're paying for impersonal and faceless doctors and nurses.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Ouch. I guess it's...
And no one visits you.
In 6 months, they haven't, like, visited him, so he's just been, like I said, he's been left alone with his thoughts, and he's gone slowly mad. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and have a million other patients waiting for them. But it makes me feel uncomfortable, especially this pillow. It's been the same pillow for 6 months.
And it's gotten, like, defluffed.
It's gotten defluffed, and it's basically now just a sheet. It's very uncomfortable.
All the stuffing is gone.
All the stuffing just gone.
Even the stuffing has left him.
Everything's leaving. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He just told me I'd die in a week or so. He never answered.
It's worse than that. He never answered.
Yeah, he never answered.
Not in a straightforward way, but told me to wait to see if the treatment and surgeries worked.
Doctor, when can I leave? Oh,
wait.
Look, a bird!
Avoidance tactics!
You got a good doctor there, Hisao. You got a good doctor. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as a kind of an omen. So his only entertainment for the past couple of months has actually been him just going like, well, have a look at my chest.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at that thing, Scar! Look at it go. You go, Scar! Scar 1, you got this. Beat out Scar 2.
Well, it could just be one really big scar down his chest, because it's usually down the sternum anyway. Okay. And then, he's like watching it like just heal and get less red and like...
You go, Scar 1! Let's see what happens first. You actually healing or someone coming to visit me? 6 months later, you won, Scar!
I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around and the answer shows that there is at least some hope.
Yes, his shuffling around couldn't be him nervous about
and
saying
awkward.
and nervous and awkward because you're
He has
kind of
no
like
answer.
dying and whatever. But
Of course.
yeah, at some point I stopped watching TV. I don't know why. I just did. It was reruns, reruns for days. It was all MASH. Now MASH is a good show, but I've seen every episode 12 times.
Over the 12 months.
Over
the 6 months.
the 6 months period. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation.
I started reading instead. I feel like I should read this because
Yeah, okay.
I love reading.
All right, there you go. Do it.
I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital. Although it was more like a storeroom for books. Probably from all the dead people.
Hey, these are the books that were brought to the dead people. The families didn't want them.
Or, or the people that were there and in your kind of position and they just kept reading and reading and when they died it got put in the storeroom. But,
Whatever you do, Hisao, don't read anything that could bring your heart rate up. That means no thrillers, romances, horror books, action books, fantasies that actually have anything going on in them.
Read textbooks! They're
read
informational.
Textbooks. You got it.
Informational?
But don't read history textbooks. Those have some exciting things in them.
I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. Consuming? You had a digestion problem!
For 6 months, they forgot to feed me. I started eating the books for sustenance. The best tasting ones were the cookbooks. I couldn't. The bright colored pictures.
They helped.
They helped.
They were thicker.
They were thicker. The ink had more flavor.
I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. What are they doing? Don't neglect him like this, Doctor. He's getting addicted to digesting of books. Oh God!
Oh my goodness! This is worse than we thought.
I started feeling naked without a book in my hand. Oh goodness!
Oh jeez.
But I love the stories, so I can be naked. He's going into.
Yeah, he's.
Oh goodness!
Oh no!
All right, let's go.
That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass. I was trapped inside instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that had surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness. Through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself, I am reading this as epic as possible. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot as I lit them on fire, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear because of the action in the book, that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely, and I couldn't even cry. They removed my tear ducts.
Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he is trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf.
Hisao, guess what? You're not going to be here anymore. Do you want to know why? We figured out when your expiration date is.
Oh, my parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Oh God, they're dressed for his funeral. They already know the expiration date.
Oh my goodness.
Is this
they're saying their goodbyes.
Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party.
It's my birthday.
This is the ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers and setting them aside as if to make a point
of the pointlessness
of what he just did.
What?
Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment.
You have 2 days to live, Hisao. See ya.
Well, he doesn't quite get there yet.
Oh, okay. Why, hello there, Hisao. How are you today?
I don't answer him, but I smile back a little. Back at him. I can't read.
I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, especially since you've been eating all of those books. And with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription for 5 easy payments of $19.95.
The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly.
This will cost me $10,000! It's so many!
I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this?
Trizomisoplexapine. What is this? Oh my
Oh,
god.
Jesus.
200 milligrams, 12 hours, fatigue, nausea, propagation, philomicide.
Heparin.
Oh my goodness.
Words, all of the words. Oh god.
Fentanyl.
Felodipine.
Heparin.
Something depression. Heart failure.
Is that what it says on the sheet? You have been prescribed heart failure.
I think he's going psychotic with all these words.
Oh my goodness.
Oh god.
Oh,
The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters.
Oh, that's what it looks like. This is insane. Maybe you're insane, Hasao.
Side effects, adverse effects, what?
Contradictions and dosages are listed.
That's not contradictions, bro.
Contraindications.
Indications.
Contraindications.
There we go. Are listed line after line with cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it.
So you were the most He's
Dramatic.
so dramatic. He's just like, I can't deal with the words.
And the attempting only makes me feel sicker.
Oh my god.
All this for the rest of my life, every day?
Well, if you got a rhythm, I'm afraid that this is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see if this list fades over the years.
Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all.
Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school.
What?
Please calm down, Hasao! Hasao! Listen to what the doctor has to say!
Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows, it's ignored.
We all understand that your education is paramount. That's why we are deciding to get you hooked on learning for 10 easy payments of $19.95.
Oh, God, Jim.
However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision, so we're also going to hire you a tutor for 10 easy payments of $7,965.95. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. We're going to remove your brain and replace it with someone else's so that they can do the learning for you. Then we're going to take your brain, put it back in your head, and we think that this will mean that you will have all that intelligence. I wonder if that would actually work.
Well, I mean, it would go into the long-term memory, so hypothetically, it should. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure...
Get on this, doctors. Get on this. This is how schooling should be done in the future. You just keep putting, the brains of geniuses into, the next generation, and then, slowly but surely we'll be 10 billion times more intelligent, if that's how brains work. It's a school called the Yamako Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students.
Disabled? What? Am I?
It has 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. Not this one. This one's pretty crappy. The majority of students live on campus. Think of it as boarding school of sorts, exciting and fun. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby so they have no independence.
Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact.
I didn't try to disguise that fact, Hasao. I actually said that.
It was in the microscopic font in the very bottom.
It's in my contract.
If you had read it. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point.
Of course! That's only if you want to go! But your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool for you because I work at a construction yard and your mother works nowhere.
And the hospital
She has 12 jobs, I can't remember what they are.
And the hospital fees are too much.
The hospital fees are way too much!
They're too damn high!
The hospital fees are too damn high! We're going to actually start a political party. It's the hospital fees are way too damn high party! We went out there and had a look a couple weeks back. I think you'd like it! It's also free!
It looks like I don't really have a choice.
Compared to your other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. not extremely long, but longer than you might...
Without the medication.
Yeah, there you go. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. You don't want to follow in your father's footsteps now, do you?
This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. God, don't call it a goddamn opportunity.
It is an opportunity! It is a goddamn opportunity, a really good goddamn opportunity. Opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. I can read your mind, Haseo. I can do that. Doctors know everything.
Doctor-patient confidentiality.
Doctor-patient confidentiality has advanced to this point, to this stage where I can read your every thought. That's why I have to keep it confidential. Do you see, Hasao? Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and well, it's not the same one.
A special school. That's an insult. That's what I want to say. It's a step down.
It's not what you think! All the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. I can also read your mind. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn. But you just need a little help in one way or another. Your father's right. And many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. He has an even better voice than I do.
I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. Oh, and a person doesn't have to be held back. Okay, I read that right.
That's what a disability is.
I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I had always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to school anyway, but no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I know now it's futile.
My hair falls in front of my eye and I start crying, emotionally.
I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, the doctors, my condition, everything. I give up on life, but not actually. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different.
My doctor and my parents look at me because
like
because I am just staring off into the distance, thinking to myself. They're very concerned by this.
There really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something.
I miss the music.
I know. Where did the music go? Come back, music!
Come back, music. This is an emotional thing. We need the emotional music.
But then again, he is numb. So it's appropriate.
Okay.
Damn.
Also, one of my favorite things about this game so far is the fact that
there's so much reading.
Well, yeah, there surely is a lot of that. Fully interactive. But no, the other thing is, in almost all of these scenes, like, there's no characters, so I just kind of imagine that the cameraman for this, like, movie or whatever just kind of put it on a tripod and was like, I'll be back. I got a lunch break. We're recording
oops,
over
wrong
there.
room.
Oh, no, this is wrong room. We're hearing it through the window.
I kind of accidentally spacebar triggered. My bad, I won't finish reading that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like.
And thus we fade to white!
And you know what? It's probably a good idea to, like, just stop the recording here.
Act 1.
Life expectancy.
Next time, on to Katawa Shoujo.
Katawa Shoujo.